Welcome to the Ladywing Stitches Flosstube, episode 11. My name is Zakiya, and there should have been a screen before this to tell you everywhere I am, so I'm not going to go through that. I will say, I have been saying that my Goodreads profile is Zakiya the Walking Butterfly. I don't know when I changed it, but I apparently changed it at some point, and it is Zakiya Ladywings. So hopefully I remember to change that on the info screen. If I didn't, you know. And it's linked on my Instagram in the link tree. Yeah, it's the right profile. Anyway, how are y'all? It's June 1st, Saturday, June 1st. It's almost 11 in the morning. I figured I already knew I wanted to record this morning, so as soon as I woke up, I was like, let's just drag myself out of bed, get everything ready and record so I can, honestly, so I can get this over with for the day. Let's see what else. Yeah, so there are 2 Craft Mania vlogs up on the channel, just 2, because it's pretty much all the Mania I did. Yeah, my mojo was just not here for it. I don't know if I ended up doing more knitting. Well, yeah, I probably ended up doing way more knitting than cross-stitching. Whatever. Doesn't matter. So, anyway, I'm back. I'm fine. I don't know. I've been thinking about maybe doing vlogs like for the regular episodes. But more so not like Sammy J style vlogs, right? Because she still vlogs every day, even when it's not Mania. For anyone that watches Letitia, the Crafty Curator, thinking more her vlog style. Record a day, sit down, tell you what I need to tell you, come back maybe, you know, a week or 2 weeks later, sit down, record, tell you what I gotta tell you. Although, if any of you know me, I talk forever, so it would basically just be another episode. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, when my mojo kind of disappears, the drive to film disappears, right? Because I'm not really working on stuff. Okay, but that's enough rambling. We got a lot to talk about, so we're gonna jump right in. For those of you that are wondering, I'm wearing, well, I guess it's not that difficult to put it back on. I'm wearing my main star shawl, which is a pattern by yours truly. It's free, it's on Ravelry for those of you that are on Ravelry. Just a simple stockinette shawl. And then it has garter at the bottom to keep it from rolling. So, I love it. And it's appropriate. It's Pride Month. And actually, I think this is the only thing right now that I have, like, rainbowy at all. Anyway, happy Pride Month. I'm stoked. But also, oh my gosh, why is it June already? Like, what in the world? Anyway, I don't know if you guys ever hear this, like when my air kicks on. I don't know. I thought I was gonna be hot because I have this around my neck, so I turned it on, but I have on shorts, so my legs might get cold at some point, so I might have to pull my blanket over here. It's the middle of summer in Alabama, and I'm wearing hand knits, people. But I'm also inside, so. Okay, let's jump in. It is June, so as I talked about in the first Mania vlog, the last Flosstube, maybe it was the last Flosstube episode when I kind of announced it officially, but we're gonna do Thanksgiving in June, Sal. That is literally the hashtag Thanksgiving in June, Sal. Because, oh, was it Olivia of Pumpkin Hollow Quilts? Or, anyway, in general, I've heard the phrase Halloween in May. And then everyone knows about Christmas in July. Or maybe you don't, but, you know, a lot of people do Christmas in July stuff. And then I was like, well, that's kind of perfect. Why isn't there anything for autumn or Thanksgiving in June? So we're gonna make it happen. And honestly, this might be a yearly thing because why not? You guys know I love autumn, so it's only appropriate that I host this. Yeah, so anyway, Thanksgiving in June, Sal, running from today, June 1st, all the way to June 30th. I don't know quite yet if I'm gonna have um, like actual prizes. I know I said that last time, and I still don't know. Um, yeah, I don't really know. So if anyone's out there that's watching that wants to donate something to be a prize, let me know. Um, I would love some help with that to have prizes, but also um, I'm doing this so that we can all stitch on Thanksgiving in June or autumn uh, themed pieces in June, right? Granted, I'm also hosting it, so I can't win a prize anyway, so maybe that's also why I don't care. But regardless, I do know that one of my goals for this month is to finish my November cottage from Country Cottage Needleworks. And like I said, when I started doing those, I'm going to give them away in seasons. So I am going to try to finish November this month so that I can pass the stash on September, October, November. But I'm not sure that I'm really going to count that as like a giveaway for the Sal. That's really just the pass the stash that was going to be happening anyway. I'm just hoping to do it during this month. So yeah, like I said, if anyone wants to donate a prize, that would be great. I would super appreciate it. I'm sure others would appreciate it, but totally not necessary. The focus for this is definitely to be stitching on autumn themed pieces, Thanksgiving themed pieces, that type of stuff. So join in with the hashtag on Instagram. I would love to see what everyone is working on. Yeah, I think that's it for that. Um, okay, I have show notes. Because we have a lot going on. Okay, so I think that's all that I want to say for admin stuff. So let's jump in. I have one FO and that's it. Um, so this episode is, I'm gonna do basically a full recap of May. Thank you to everyone that watched the Craft Mania vlogs and commented, um, et cetera, the kind of usual spiel people give. I appreciate you guys watching that because they were definitely 2 episodes. I can't talk for a short amount of time to save my life, guys. Um, anyway, so I'm basically gonna show you everything that I showed in those vlogs, cross stitch wise, not all the knitting stuff. Um, but it's gonna be quick. Like I'm not gonna linger because I've already done show notes on all of that. So yeah. Matter of fact, when I go to link, when I do the show notes, I'm just gonna link to those pages, to the post that I did for those 2 Craft Mania vlogs, because I just honestly don't feel like linking all this stuff again, not gonna lie. Anyway, so I'll use my show notes. So the one finish that I had in May was the oh dear, no, Moon Phases by the Witchy Stitcher. So I finished it. It's kind of pathetic that it's been sitting around since January because it was so quick to stitch. So I stitched this on 16 count black Ada with the DMC 762, which, guys, I literally had just enough. Like, look at how much 762 I have left. So that worked out pretty perfectly. I still haven't put my signature on this. Honestly, not sure if I'm going to. I really don't know. I might just leave it. I have a finishing idea. I'm not going to talk about it just yet because it's going to be awesome if it happens. I'm looking at it. That's all I'm going to say. Anyway, I'm looking at what I want to finish it in. But yeah, I won't like show it to you guys yet, but it's going to be freaking epic if I can pull that off. I gotta get my parents to help me because I'm a klutz. So anyway, this is the pattern. The back stitch in the middle reads, "The sun watches what I do, but the moon knows all of my secrets," which is pretty true for me because I am a super night owl, held true by the fact that I was up until 3 a.m. on virtual stitchers. Good grief. Um, a good, good grief though, right? I loved it. Anyway, so that's a finish. Gotta move faster, chick. Gotta move faster. Okay, so that was it for FOs. Whips. Like I said, I'm gonna run through these pretty quick because it's basically all the stuff that I worked on for during Mania, and most of the stuff I haven't touched since. Most of the stuff that I showed during the vlogs haven't touched since, so I'm just gonna run through it quickly. In my Love You More Studio co-sleeve, I have, this was my very first Mania start, um, as in my first start for, this is my first year participating in Mania, because also during May, around the mid of May, I hit my my 1 year stitching anniversary. So last year when I started stitching, it was the middle of May. I had no idea about Mania until right after Mania. Um, so this was my first time participating in Mania, making this both the first start for Mania and the very first ever Mania start. So kind of stoked about that. So this is Coexist. Head to the blog if you want to know what it looks like, etc. This is a pattern that I saw on Candace Love Lover Stitches, and it's from some lovely people on Twitch that designed it. So if anyone's seen the, the Coexist thing with all the different symbols in it, that's what this is. I got pretty far on it. Yeah, it's gonna be for one of my best friends slash her husband, because So that's that. Yeah, if you want to know the fabrics and stuff, it's on the blog. To make this a little quicker, I'm just not gonna go over that stuff. Okay, so that was the first start. And for my Mania, I was doing a BAP Mania, big ass projects. And so anyway, I was alternating between new starts and whips. That's not gonna work. Don't even try. So the next rotation was Painted Wings. Barely got work put in on this because I think I did so much with Coexist that my Stitchy mojo kind of died. Which I thought was pretty interesting. If you did watch the two vlogs, the first one was definitely more stitchy, and the second one was definitely more knitting, which I thought was kind of cool. It made me not feel as bad that I only did two. Yeah, so Painted Wings by Kathy Barrick. I'm still in love with it. It was a bad time to pull it out. Which, I didn't know at the time. My Stitchy Mojo was just like, yeah, no, I'm done. So that was Painted Wings. It got a little bit of love. And I think I still finished like another butterfly on there. So, it got a decent amount of work, just not as much as I wanted it to get. Okay, so the next rotation was a new start, and this is pretty much the last, like, actual planned rotation that I did. So, so I will pop up, we're gonna go back to, as if I was actually filming new stuff now, because this I haven't shown on Flosstube, so I will pop in a picture here of what the pattern looks like. This is Unicorn in Captivity from Wild Violet Cross Stitch. And I need my book again. This is where I got to. If you follow me on Instagram, I've been posting pictures of it there. So this is where I got to. Right now it's just a horse because I don't have the horn in yet. And that's, well, anyway, color completing. But yeah, so the horn isn't in yet, but the giant unicorn is done, which I'm super stoked about. So now I just have a couple colors left in this, in the unicorn. And then I have the golds to do, which go in the collar, the horn, and then up here. There's also like 5 white stitches, one for each apple, I'm gonna call them. I don't know what they are. I don't know. I'm just gonna say apples. Fruit. Anyway. Um, and then I have the fence. So, yeah. Okay. What else did I want to say about this? Stitching this on 16 count dusk by Picture This Plus. Oh, I just love it. I just love it. It's really fun to stitch on, really relaxing. Except for when I got to this white. By the time I was like down here in the horse, I was just like, or unicorn, I was just like, I need to be done with this color. So, yeah, and hopefully the fence will stitch up a little quickly because you know it's, or a little quicker than the horse because it's you know, because it's fence post. It's not going to be like completely fill in this area. So anyway, using that, I'm using some of the called for colors. I can't remember if I'm using most of them or what, but I'm using some of the called for colors. I just straight up listed my entire, all of the flosses that I'm using because most of it was like DMC Stash Dive. This is what I have. It looks, you know, I need a lighter blue and a darker blue. Okay, let's go find that. And I did find a good bit of the called for colors that I had, so um, it's kind of a mix. But you know, I didn't keep up with which ones were called for or not. So the conversion is on the blog, or will be, because I don't think I've added this page yet. Because that was after I stopped filming. So, um, that was a start. Okay, what happened after that? And then, so each of my rotations was supposed to be 4 days, so that would have been the 9th through the 12th. I didn't really stitch too much on it then, and honestly, that's when Mania kind of ended anyway. So, let's just stop talking about Mania rotations, because it was all out the window at that point. So I worked on that for like, my rotation went longer, blah, blah, blah. And then it was kind of perfect because the Hello Pumpkin stitch along started with Caterpillar cross stitch, and okay, let me put this out. So I did, oh, there we go, there's a picture, I don't have to put one in. So Hello Pumpkin Sal from Caterpillar cross stitch. Sally asked me if I wanted to would like a complimentary kit. Of course. Yeah, I was planning on starting this closer to fall, but I'm fine with this. Now I can use it this month for Thanksgiving in June, but this is what the pattern will look like. The first part has been released. It started in like May 16th, middle of May. So, and I have a kit, like I said. Sally sent me a kit. What was I going to say? Oh, so I did do an unboxing video for the kit if you want to see what all comes in it. I can truly say I am loving this. I think I will be getting more kits from people because it's just nice to know that you have all the floss and you don't have to go searching through everything like I do. So yeah, that's nice. So this is, this is bothering me. It shouldn't be, but it is. So I'm going to show this. This is the needle minder that comes with it. I just love it. Loud noise. Sorry. So anyway, this is where I am. So I got the tree done. I started in the center, or actually it's not, where it's folded is the center, and then you have to count down for the first part. But yeah, so I got all of the tree done. I used the grass for Magical Stitches extra credit, something you would find in a maze. So yeah, that's where I am so far. Like I said, if you've been looking on Instagram, I did post this one as I made progress on it. And I'm loving it. As always, Sally's patterns are just really easy and fun to stitch. You don't have to think a lot. The colors are pretty, you know. So I'm really excited to be doing another one of her Sal's. I've kind of missed it since I finished Adventure Awaits because I didn't keep up at all with 12 Days of Stitchmas, and I'm not doing the one that she's doing, the summer one that she's doing. Um, it's like a beach scene, and I'm not doing that one. So it's nice to have another of her Sal's going again, because I really do love them. So that's on 16 count white Ada, all the called for DMC. Yeah. Okay. I also worked in May. I worked. Oh man, excuse me. A tiny bit, like seriously, tiny people, on both Hogwarts Castle and Temperature Sal. Not even gonna hold up pictures. I did update those because I worked on those during those 2 Mania rotations. So those pages are up to date if you want to go see what I did. Seriously, it's not much. But they're there. So, oh, okay, and then the other whip, which is literally in chaos. I did not. I thought I was prepping for this before. I did not prep enough. Oh, that's wrapped around the needle minder. Stop pulling on it. Okay, so the other project that I worked on, I was fed up and I was like, I've been putting off working on Thanksgiving all month because it was at the end of the Mania rotation anyway, and that was purposeful because I knew that I was doing Thanksgiving in June, so I figured let's bring it out the end of May and then I can just keep working on it because I've really been missing this piece. So this is Thanksgiving. And I got it as a freebie from Tilton Crafts. The last time that I was on there, I just thought, go check if they have any new freebies. I don't think there were any new ones up there. At least there weren't any that I wanted, but Thanksgiving was still up there. So anyway, I worked on this. I did 600. Well, yeah. So it was like 650 somewhere in there. I started in this block right here, and it was partially done, so I finished that block. And then for full coverage fanatics, I've mentioned before that I'm trying to do the 1200 and the 2400 monthly stitches challenges that they have. Anyway, just seems like a mouthful, and I just woke up, so bear with me. Anyway, or I'm still waking up rather. So I was planning to use Hogwarts Castle for all of those, make some really good progress. Yeah, I just don't feel like touching the castle. So it's back on hiatus, unfortunately. But I really wanted to work on Thanksgiving. So I was like 300 in to my counting for the March 1200 because I have to catch up. And which is the way that you have to do it for the challenge. You can't just skip months and like jump in. You have to catch up. Um, anyway, so I was only like 300 in on Hogwarts Castle. I said screw it, and I just started over with this. So I finished this block. It was half done. I finished it so that I could count a lot easier. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 600 stitches on this so far. And like I said, right now I'm working on the March 1200 for that. So my other plan right now to take some of the pressure off of myself, I'm not going to do the 2400 stitches right now. I'm going to focus on catching up on the 1200 stitches. Yeah, just taking some of the pressure off of myself. I don't have to do both. It was my goal, but it's a lot. So, especially with my mojos, like, really just like taking turns, and sometimes they're both low, you know. So I'm trying just not to stress myself out too much with challenges that are supposed to be fun. So yeah, I've done half of the 1200 for March. I thought about maybe finishing that in May, but I didn't feel like it. I wanted to do other stuff. So the other thing that I want to mention, well, there's a couple things. Well, I'll talk about that in plans. Anyway, so one of the things that I did want to mention on this, which is also a bit of my retail therapy, is, oh my goodness. Okay. So, yeah, you guys can see that. The rest of the page is gridded. So, my good friend Amy at Creativity by Gage, which, oh my gosh, Amy, I know you are like super busy with kids and life and all of that, but come back, girl. I I need your videos in my life. So, can you do that, please? I miss you. I'm sure other people miss you too. But we were talking one day, not sure if she showed it in one of her videos, but I know she mentioned it to me when we were talking at one point about this Bowen mechanical chalk pencil. So, and I just got this on Amazon. This is the packaging. I was like, yeah, this is the, no, it's just the packaging. I already took the pencil out of it. So yeah, Bowen mechanical chalk pencil. Um, I mean, literally works like a mechanical pencil. It's just chalk. So I'm stitching on white fabric. So it comes with the white when you order the pen. You have to order, and they have different colors that you can get. I think there's red, blue, some other, maybe gray. I can't remember. But I got green. Apparently, green is supposed to be the best one to use, easiest to come out. I don't remember the reason. Don't make me lie to you. Amy said I heard green was the best one, and that's the one I'm using, and it works. So I said, cool, I'm gonna get green. That's how that worked. This is the little packet. Like when you look up the pencil, the like replacement packs come up too. So I just scrolled down and found it. But if anyone, you know, you really need to know what it looks like, this is the little package that the refills come in. And you can see I've just kind of like jammed it in here so I don't lose it. So, yeah, so I'm just gonna grid. Oops. Okay, I'm just gonna grid each page as I go. And yeah, yeah. I just wanted to mention that. I'm really excited. It's gonna be super helpful, let me tell you. So, let's not sit that right there. Anyway, so that's Thanksgiving. I'm stitching this on 22 count. White, like I said. I just got this from Michael's. They call it Ada. I honestly don't remember from Caroline's discussion of this whether we decided it was Ada or if it was definitely still a Hardanger. I don't really remember. I also honestly don't really care. I do really love this fabric though. I've mentioned that before. So anyway, these needle minders, sampling of memories, thrifty thread in Z, stitch and button. Called for DMC because it's a full coverage, and I don't know about y'all, but I just don't have time to try to mess with those. Plus it's a picture of a cornucopia. Like, it's Thanksgiving. It doesn't get better. I'm not gonna change it. Doesn't get better than that. So, okay, so those are all of the whips that I worked on. So, plans. We're going to talk about the SALs and kind of stuff that I'm participating in first, and then I'll tell you the projects and what I'm going to use each project in, because that will be way easier. All the things. So, 24 hours of cross stitch. It is happening again. It's next weekend. Take 3 is next weekend. It's the 7th through the 9th. they extended it, they doubled it, so it's 48 hours long this time. So if your team sleep, you can get some sleep. Or you can just stitch more if you're not team sleep, whatever. I don't think I'm gonna set a goal for that one. I think I'm just gonna stitch as much as possible because it's also Stitchathon weekend. But anyway, so they're also doing a monthly challenge, um, where we are spelling out the word 24. Yeah, the word 24. It's hyphenated. It's one word. I will pop in a picture here of my plans. So, which at some point I'm sure will get posted on Instagram, like in my post. I did put it in my stories. Anyway, so I'm only using 5 projects for this, and let me just say I'm participating for the motivational aspect. I am not participating to, oh, excuse me, to win the project bag at the end or anything like that. And I say that because I'm not doing my goals the way that you're supposed to do them. So for this, you're supposed to, hold on, I have to cover this because secret project. Anyway, so for this, it's supposed to be like T. I'm going to work on Thanksgiving, which starts with a T. Set a goal for that. W, working on well suited. Set a goal for that, right? I'm not doing that. Just honestly did not even feel like sitting down and figuring that out. Just not doing it. But like I said, I'm also not concerned about winning the project bag, so I don't feel like I need to do it, to the rules. Each letter is supposed to be its own challenge. Instead, I am setting a goal by each project for the month. So, I'm not going to go through each letter and what I chose. Like I said, I put in a picture. If you wanted to see it, it was there. Or maybe it's still there, I don't know. So I will be working on Thanksgiving, which I just showed. My goal for that is 3,600 which now it's 4,200 stitches because I haven't finished March. So the plan when I wrote 3,600 was I want to finish the April, May, and June 1,200 stitches challenges and full coverage fanatics, which will get me caught up on that. So I'm just going to add in the extras, the other half, that 600 that I haven't finished for March, obviously, if I want to finish April, May, June. I'm not going to change it on here. I'm going to leave it as 3,600, but in my head, I'm not really going to start counting that until April. I said I was going to talk about the sales and then talk about the projects, but clearly that's not what's happening, so we're rolling with it. So the next project I'm using is Well Suited, which, did I even, yes, okay, it's right here. So I'm keeping this in my Stitching the High Notes maker bag, which looks empty, but I just conveniently have the fabric folded and put in there. Well, I guess I'll just show you where I am instead of, go to the blog if you want to see what it looks like. So this is where I am. I basically still have the right half of the pattern to do, and I need to light a fire under my ass because this one is for my boyfriend, and his birthday is the 27th, so, and I want to have it FFO'd. Yeah. So, yeah, boyfriend just moved into his own apartment, which is super exciting for multiple reasons. But yeah, so I'm gonna like slightly demand that he hang it up in his apartment and not like at his parents' house at home because I want to be able to see it after I finish it. Lord knows when I'm gonna start my version. So anyway, his birthday's at the end of the month, so I really need to get a move on that and finish it. So the goal for Well Suited is to finish and FFO. Okay, projects you have seen. Unicorn in Captivity, which I showed earlier. The goal is to finish that. Because it's really close, and I feel like if I really put in some time on it, I could pull for a finish. The secret stitching project, which you will have seen was marked out, I just want to work like 3 days on it. I feel like I could get some good progress if I focus on it. Yeah. The deadline for that one. The deadline for the secret stitching is not upon me yet, but I really hate, lately, I'm really hating like waiting until the last minute for things. Not liking the procrastination much lately, so it would be nice to get some good progress on that one. Anyway, okay, and then the other project is a new start. It's the only new start that I have for this challenge. Ooh, Priscilla and Chelsea. I am bringing up the patterns to show you guys. So, I am doing a Pride Month mashup. I don't know how much anyone pays attention to my. Oh, she did. Anyway, I don't know how much anyone pays attention to my profile, especially like, once you're already following someone. But I changed it forever ago. Not that it matters, and I didn't announce it because it's not, one, it's nobody's business. It's not a big deal to me because I've known for years, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, I'm bisexual, so Pride Month means a crap ton to me. That's also why I'm wearing purple. Pride Month flag. That's why I'm wearing purple. Um, and rainbow shawl. Anyway, so, yeah, so Pride Month, and last year I felt a pull, but I wasn't really like out about it. This year, yeah, which I've been planning this for months, guys. I wanted to be spinning. I have a rainbow set of yarn, of fiber that I wanted to be spinning, but I'm not spinning right now. I wanted to be knitting like a giant pride shawl. Forgot to buy the yarn when I had money. Now I don't have money, so I'm not knitting a pride shawl right now. Whatever. It's fine. I have this one, at least it's rainbow. It's not really pride, but it's the only like rainbow thing I have. Oh my gosh, there was a conversation about this on Instagram. Guys, the pride flag does not have pink in it. It also is not a 7-color flag. It is 6 colors. That's all I'm gonna say. Um, anyway, it's the only like a rainbow kind of thing that I have, so I'm wearing it. I'm off track now. Anyway, so to celebrate Pride, I have nothing in my apartment that is like Pride Month, and that bothers me. Um, so I am doing a Pride mashup. That's what I'm gonna call it. I am combining two patterns. Oh crap, I forgot to look at who this pattern was by. So this is by Ba Meow, who is Ba Meow X Stitch or Ba Meow Stitch. I'll put it on the screen on Instagram. So this is going to be the center point. It's a Tahitian traditional knot. Kind of, I was saying Celtic, but in the description she says that she was inspired by wait, I don't want to say it wrong. Uh, I created this pattern because of my fascination with sacred geometry and Tibetan. Am I saying that right? Buddhist art and culture. Anyway, and then she goes on to say this type of knot is also found in Celtic traditions. Anyway, so that's going to be the center piece, and then around it, I'm going to split this one up, so top and bottom. And this one is by Geek Gal Stitchery. Put it on the screen. So I will have the love part at the top, and then lives here under the knot, under the Celtic knot from the other pattern. Yeah, I'm super stoked. So both of these patterns are pretty tiny. Therefore, combining them, they are still pretty tiny. Oh, hold on. Sorry. This is like personal use. It means nothing, you guys. Oh, yeah, no. I've been trying to decide if I wanted to do it on a bigger count fabric to make it bigger. I don't, because I don't like the way 14 and 11 count. Well, I've never stitched on 11 count, but I don't like the way 14 count looks. So I'm sure I won't like 11 count. Anyway, that's going to be today's new start, because start of Pride Month. Yeah, I'm just going to use some 16 count white Aida that I have. I still have like that giant piece that I was using. Go back to other episodes, like earlier episodes, if you want to see that. It's a giant 30 by 36 piece that I got from Hobby Lobby. So I'm just going to use that. When I was working on Coexist, it has a rainbow, like the different symbols are in a rainbow kind of thing. And I loved the way that those flosses looked together, so I took pictures of the threads. Those are the ones that I don't know what, I don't think a lot of the ones that are in the pattern that the designers called for on those two are the ones that I'd already decided I was going to use. So anyway, I already know the colors I'm going to use for that. I just need to get started on it. So anyway, all of that to say, that's what the Pride mashup is going to be. And for 24 hours of cross stitch, the goal is to finish it and FFO it, because I want it hanging up for Pride Month. So, okay. So anyway, that's everything for 24 hours of cross stitch. The other kind of thing that's happening that starts today, that I'm participating in, there are lots of things starting today. Oh my gosh, super jealous of everyone that's doing the Magical Moth Sal, the HL moth from Kathy Barrick. I need it in my life. Yeah, it's gonna have to be bought and started later. I can't keep having a bajillion new starts. I'm feeling overwhelmed. But yeah, super stoked to see everyone who's working on that, because that sale starts today. But the other one, sorry, I'm going to Instagram, is being hosted by Ambitious Stitches. That's her name on Instagram. I have she did this last year. It's called the Stitching Hour, and she did this last year, but she's done this for a few years, I think. She started it a few years ago. I have never heard about it or anything. So when you go to her page, this is the post to be looking for. The Stitching Hour 2019. So I love this. It's 2 months long, so it's from June 1st to August 1st. And it's literally just a motivating factor. You set your goals for what you want to stitch on each day, or what you want to work on each week, or maybe it's how much time you want to put in, like literally whatever. And it doesn't have to be stitching. If you want to knit, crochet, weave, dye, spin, dye yarn or fiber, not like killover. Please don't do that. You're doing it right. If you, and like I'm taking this from her. If you miss a day, or you skip a whole week, or you only do one day, whatever, like this is motivational. She also says, like, if you sew, or you paint, or you glue, you card make, whatever, right? It's called the Stitching Hour, but it's for anything crafty, right? Anything. Maybe you're gardening, because I know a lot of people can like keep plants alive. I can't. I killed a cactus, and that's all I'm gonna say. Although I will say I was overwatering it because I was super stoked about it. Anyway, whatever. Sad story. And it was a yellow cactus. Or it had a yellow flower. I don't remember, but I killed it. Within a few weeks. It was sad. So, whatever you're doing, it's just supposed to be motivational, no pressure, and I love that. So I'm totally participating in this. Yeah, and I don't really know what goal I'm going to set for it yet. I have been thinking about making I don't know. I kind of been like, oh, I just set a goal to work on a project each day, but we've seen how that works in the past, and it almost always fails for me. So I don't know what I'm doing for this yet. Whatever. Maybe my goal is just going to be to craft every day. That sounds good, although I do that anyway, so maybe that's just too easy. Whatever. Um, yeah. So if you haven't heard about that, you should totally go check it out. It's super exciting, you know? Yeah, and there are no prizes, no, like, none of that. Literally motivational. Let's do what makes us happy, and I like that. Okay, I can move this now. Yeah. Oh, and then as far as plans with Well Suited, in the Stitch from Stash group, the first, so they split the year up into two sessions, so it's January to June and then July through December. So the first session will end after this month. So for the June monthly sal in that group, it is a finish it up sal. So I'm going to use Well Suited for that because it is definitely my main focus as far as finishing this month and getting it done, especially because I need to FFO it, and I've never FFO'd anything before. So I need to give myself plenty of brain space to be scared, avoid it, get up the courage, do it, and like succeed before his birthday, you know? Um, so that's gonna be my goal for that Sal. And that is all in the plans. Oh my goodness, so much is happening this month, over the summer, the rest of the year, etc. I'm excited about it, but it's a lot. Okay. So, quick retail therapy. I showed you the bow and pen, um, the or pencil. It's not a pen; it's a pencil. So, this was not the current Geek pen, but the one before that. Um, for Avengers Endgame. It's called Whatever It Takes. The artwork is by Jimbo Bernas. And the pin says, oh man, hold on. Some people move on, but not us. And I love it. I had to have it. If you haven't, I'm not going to talk about Endgame. Don't worry, still no spoilers here. If you haven't seen it, go see it. It's epic. It's 3 hours long, so if you're I took knitting that I could do in the dark. It was great. But yeah, you know, it's epic, guys. It's great. If you haven't seen it, you should totally watch it. Um, what was the other thing that I had to pull from down here? So I got that, and the orders are closed because I know they've been packaging and shipping. But the Geek Ping that came after that one was like this cute little Captain Marvel one. Um, I missed the order date on it. I didn't even know it was happening. Anyway, so McKenna, not this latest shipment that she's got that she's selling off tomorrow, but the previous one that she had for Owl Forest Embroidery. Um, I don't remember which one. There was another one that I wanted. I don't remember which one. Um, anyway, so this was one that I really wanted because I love owls. And this one is just so attractive to me with like the blank space that's in there. So this is Owl Forest, which is, you know, pretty uh, awesome, being that it's their namesake. Um, yeah. So anyway, and I will say I think I'm gonna, I haven't done a floss toss yet, but I think I'm gonna use the pearl gray fabric that I barely started Mr. and Mrs. Delicious on. Remember I did like 10 half stitches? Yeah. I'm just gonna pull those out, and I'll show you in a second. I've literally already marked off Mr. and Mrs. Delicious from my WIP list, so I will be deleting that WIP page because I, it's kind of sad, guys, because I'm gonna try to wait until July to do that, because it is the Thanksgiving sale, and I could totally use turkeys to participate. Thanksgiving in June sale, I mean, but I just have no pull right now to really pull that out and work on it. So I'm gonna pull those 10 stitches out, and I'm gonna see if I can use that fabric for Owl Forest. And then, oh, and then the only other thing that I wanted to show you guys, I totally forgot to look up what shop I ordered this from, but I finally have a copy of Cardinal Points. So, I know that most people are like, yeah, your unicorn is, you know, maybe something out of print or like hard to find, blah, blah, blah. No, no, no. My first unicorn was Painted Wings. Michelle kindly sent it to me. Got it. Um, my next unicorn was Cardinal Points, which is totally not out of print, right? But you know, unicorn in the sense that like, oh my gosh, I really want to stitch that. And like a lot of people, I have a few. Uh, so got it. I am thinking maybe I'm gonna start, maybe this will be my birthday start this year. I'm also though thinking, actually never mind, I just came up with a plan. We're not gonna talk about it because November is a long time away. Anyway, yeah, so maybe this will be my birthday start this year. I'm so stoked about it. I just love this. I kind of wanted to start it for Pride Month, because of like the kind of rainbow effect. I know it's not a Pride rainbow. I just ranted about this, but yeah, no, I couldn't get my life together fast enough, and I already knew that I had so many new starts and stuff planned. Like, just no, something's got to give, right? So, yeah, so I bought that too. And it was from I ordered it from a local needlework store. I just don't remember which one. If I take the time to look it up later, it'll be on the screen. Honestly, I'm already feeling like I probably won't look it up. Anyway, okay. I think this is the last thing. Wow. I've like, granted, this is still gonna be a kind of long video, but I've kind of sped through this. I'm pretty proud of myself. Um, by which I mean this could have taken a lot longer, people. Okay, so the last thing to do is my May recap. So, I'm gonna set this right here. So, I had, oh wait, first let me show you my thing. I'm gonna cover up the secret stitching project. So, this is May on my daily tracker, which I downloaded from Trisha, the Left-Handed Stitchers blog. Her last post, so when you go to her blog, I'll link it, the exact post, but when you go to her blog, the last post that she made is the PDF printable for this. Yeah, so anyway, this is my May tracker. You can see it's kind of all over the place, and it's definitely more focused at the beginning of the month, because after that I was very knitting focused, apparently. Oh, and then I ran out of space with all the new starts that I, you know, tried to make space for, that I thought I was going to do in Mania. So, yeah, Unicorn in Captivity is up here above the numbers, but whatever. Whatever. So, I just lost it. No, I need to remember to say something later. Oh, sorry for the yawning. Still waking up, apparently. So, I had 3 new starts: Coexist, Unicorn in Captivity, Hello Pumpkin. I had just the one FO, which was Moon Phases. 0 page finishes. I did a lot of, or not a lot of, but I've really been working. I said this last month too. I haven't really been doing the Magical Stitches homework, so I'm still cracking away on the extra credits, on the year 4 extra credit and the yearly extra credit. Still just cracking away on those. I don't have to show anything on that. So, this is Stitchathons from May. I did pretty good, I would say. The first one, I had 4 projects, because that was during Mania, so it was the end of one. It was the 3rd through the 5th, and each of my rotations was 4 days. So it went through 2 rotations, and I actually worked on all 4 projects, which was super great. Yeah, so I got a good bit that weekend, and then the second one for May was just one project that weekend. That I was at home helping work dance recital for the studio I used to dance at. So I was just glad that I wasn't like crazy tired after Saturday rehearsal and Sunday working recital. I was just glad that I like still felt like stitching. So still got over 1,000 stitches. I feel good about that. Oh, May. And then this is no, I said it right. Anyway, this is Stitch from Stash for May. Guys, I'm just going further and further down the hole. So if I somehow manage to gain back $200 and end up in the black, it's literally going to be a miracle. And don't worry, I'm not setting that goal for myself because I know that's ridiculous. Yeah, anyway, try again next session. Whatever. This is another thing. I'm more doing this just to I feel like if you end up in the black, I feel like there is some drawing or something for a giveaway. I don't know. I can't remember. But because I am literally doing this to just try to keep myself from buying crazy amounts of stuff. And, I must do all the things. So, yeah. Anyway, lots of purchases. I at least had that one FO with moon phases. I finished it on the 1st. So that was kind of a good start to the month. And then I will say, so this would not have been as bad. I would not have had so many expenses for the month, but I put so usually when I get sleeves from Love You More Studio, I do not count those. I don't count those towards mine. I don't know if project bags count in Stitch from Stash. I'm not sure. I know like needles and Q-snaps, all that stuff, right? Stands, they don't count. For my personal use, I just added Love You More Studio sleeves don't count because I'm using those as my project bags. If someone knows if project bags count, can you like let me know? I would like to know that, truthfully, so that I can follow the rules. But I I don't remember seeing it in the rules that they don't count or that they count. So I don't count my sleeves because they're project bags. Anyway, so I probably would not. If you watch Michelle Bendy or you follow Love You More, they have been doing the advertising for the Wonderland box, which is Alice in Wonderland themed. And I probably wouldn't have, counted the box, except Michelle showed a sneak peek of her design on her last Flosstube. And literally as soon as she showed it, I was like, pause, let me go. Or not even pause, I was watching it on my laptop, so I got my phone and I was like, yeah, we're gonna go order this box, because whatever that pattern ends up looking like, I need it. I need it. So I charged it to Stitch from Stash because I bought the box solely for, not solely, I'm gonna enjoy everything that's in that box, and I was definitely already thinking about it. But her pattern was like the selling point for me. Like I have to have it now. So because of that, I charged it all to Stitch from Stash because I'm basically buying this because I have to have the pattern, right? And patterns count. So I probably wouldn't have been as far in the hole, but whatever. Uh, Whatever. It's not like anyone's giving me actual money when I finish these things. Unfortunately, I am spending real money when I buy these things. So whatever. And we're gonna get a mug in there. I'm stoked. You can never have too many mugs. So I think that's everything that I wanted to talk about. I did want to mention, so at the end of May, I was supposed to be hosting and starting a sal for Single Step, which is a pattern by, well, actually, I'm not going to put it in a picture. It's Single Step by Emma Congdon of Stitchrovia. I was going to start a sal for that because I do still want to start that piece, but and I do have the fabric. I never went and got flosses for it, and I didn't feel like dealing with all that. My mojo was kind of down, and I was definitely working on more knitting stuff by then, so it didn't happen. If anyone else out there did start theirs, because I said I was going to start it that weekend, definitely still use the hashtag single steps out. I would love to see your progress and all of that. You know, I'm just not going to be starting it. Oh my goodness. I don't know if you guys heard that, but ooh, stomach is not happy. Um, yeah. So I don't know, and I don't know when I'm going to start it. And I'm not going to set a date for myself. Um, yeah. So there's that. Um, I will say EJ, EJ underscore creates on Instagram, and EJ, who is, oh, excuse me, one of the Sunshine Stitchers. Um, we both fell in love with this pattern from Heaven and Earth Design. Yeah, I need it. So we're gonna start. We're supposed to be starting it in July. I don't know if we said July 1st. I can't remember. EJ, did we specifically say July 1st, or is it just sometime during July? Mine might end up being the first week of July. Just to give myself a little more leeway because I know how I am. But yeah, anyway, so we're going to be starting that. There's no hashtag for it yet. Maybe we can come up with that if more people are interested in starting it with us. Um, yeah, and guys, I haven't bought, I'm going to have to get floss for that. Yeah, all the prep stuff for that anyway. So if you guys want to stitch that with us, definitely join in. I don't even remember what the pattern's called right now, so I can't even like make up a hashtag on the fly because just don't remember. But anyway, I think that is it for everything I wanted to catch up on and talk about. I really just wanted to make sure that I got this done today so that I could reiterate the Thanksgiving in June sale, and it's Pride Month, so why not? I felt like I needed to rep. Um, yeah. So I don't know when I will record again. I also don't know if the next time that I do anything will be a vlog or if it will, I just don't know. So, oh, that's another thing I did want to say. Um, yeah, so, I don't know when the next video is going to be, and I'm going to try to get back on a schedule that um, that's kind of regular, but my mojo does what it wants, and I'm going to follow my mojo. I'm not going to force myself to do a bunch of stuff if it's really making me unhappy. Anyway, watch Instagram. And the thing that I wanted to say, I post a crap ton. If you guys don't look at stories, or you haven't been looking at my stories, whatever, blah, 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 I post a crap ton to my stories. So, like, I just recently was, like, missing in action on posting, like, making an actual post for, like, over a week. Just because, honestly, I just didn't feel like posting and I wasn't doing too much where I was knitting a ton, but I never really felt like stopping and taking a picture. I just wanted to knit. Um, so hop in my stories. Sometimes it's a lot of, hey, this is what I'm doing today. And most of the time it's a lot of, hey, I'm reposting this. But, I am active on there. It just might not be making actual posts to my page. And my back is going to be killing me later because I just realized I've been slouching this entire video. Anyway, it's already starting to hurt. Oh, we're going to sit up. Alright, so on that note, I'm gonna go edit and upload this and get some food in my body. So happy June, happy Pride Month, happy stitching, happy 24 hours of cross stitch, happy Thanksgiving and June sale, like happy crafting, people. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.